Now, the Mamata Banerjee-led TMC government is again surrounded by a controversy. The Enforcement Directorate has unearthed a rate card for government jobs in West Bengal as part of their investigations into the teachers' recruitment scam and more. The documents seized from accused reveal a rate card for different government jobs prevalent in as many as 60 municipalities. While referring to this report by News 18, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, without naming any party, cautioned youth about political parties which engage in dynastic politics and loot the youth in the name of jobs. He said, while BJP safeguards, other parties give rate cards. The Prime Minister was referring to News18.com's exclusive story about this rate card found by ED in their investigations. In a chance discovery while raiding the offices of other accused in connection with the teacher recruitment scam, the ED accessed a bunch of incriminating digital and paper records revealing the cash for jobs racket. According to this, the going rate for a Group D job was 4 lakh rupees. These include jobs for labour, sweeper, peon, ambulance attendant, driver, mason, sanitary assistant, dumper operator, etc. While the rate was 5 lakh rupees for Group C, which includes clerks, teachers, pipeline inspector, assistant cashier. According to the investigation report filed by the ED, 6,000 vacancies in 17 positions under Group D and C services across 60 civic bodies since 2014-15 were filled up by candidates who paid for these jobs. ED also found that the rate was applicable for as many as 60 civic bodies, as I said. The big debate that's coming up as the Prime Minister raises this rate card. Are graft charges continuing to haunt the TMC government?
मीडिया में आई रिपोर्ट देखी होगी, अखबारों में, टीवी पे काफी कुछ देखने को मिला। हर पद के लिए रेट कार्ड है, रेट कार्ड बताया गया। और रेट कार्ड भी कैसा है? छोटे छोटे गरीबों को लूटा जा रहा है। अगर आप सफाई कर्मी की नौकरी चाहिए तो उसके लिए आपको ये रेट रहेगा।
Modi is making totally baseless allegations.
Syed Zafar Islam of the BJP and Riju Dutta of the TMC continue to be with us. Riju Dutta, it's one, graft charge after another. And as the ED investigates some of the more talked about scams like the teacher recruitment scam, in which one of your former ministers is also under scanner, more and more is being unearthed. So this rate card has been unearthed by the ED, which the Prime Minister raised today. And the fundamental question, Riju, that will be asked is, this is the poorest who are being looted in the name of jobs. The worst kind of corruption.
Firstly, Shivani, I believe these are absolute baseless allegations. But if there is a rate card that has been produced by the ED in the court of law, then the matter is sub judice and let's see what comes out. But the Pradhan Mantri in his speech used 2 specific words. One, rate card, second, safeguard, which you missed, Shivani. So he used these 2 words. So let me go by the rate card first. So when the Pradhan Mantri asks about TMC and points out about the rate card, I want to ask the BJP and the Pradhan Mantri, what was the rate card during the weapon scam? Shivraj Singh Chauhan आज भी आपके मुख्यमंत्री हैं. What was the rate card during the Operation Lotus in Maharashtra, Goa? What was the rate of the MLAs joining the BJP? And talking about safeguard, my question to the BJP is, yes, under Pradhan Mantri Modi, there is a huge safeguard, a huge Raksha Kavach throughout India. Manipur is burning, saw 100 dead. Uttarakhand, ethnic cleansing, riots in Maharashtra, and in Balasore, 288 dead. So this is Modi government safeguard and rate card.
All of that is fine. Riju, all of those political, barbs and exchanges of charges is fine. It doesn't quite help the TMC escape from the fundamental question that this was happening in your government. You do know that your former minister is a prime accused in this scam. And he was considered to be very close to your party president.
Shivani, I am telling you with all honesty and all responsibility, there are more than 40 CBI ED investigations going on in Bengal against Trinamool Congress. So let the truth come out. We are an opposition. BJP can never win Bengal. So let's see how far this political vendetta goes, because we have the utmost faith in the court of law. Let's see what happens. If anybody has done a crime, if anybody has sold jobs to the poorest of poor, they should be behind bars. And the party, if you know, our education minister, who was named in the scam before the court of law, has declared him, guilty. We have thrown him out of the party in 6 days. So Trinamool Congress is not.
But that was one of the rarest cases. There are many others that you stuck your guns with.
Shivani, let me reiterate that after Mr. Partho Chatterjee, from Shantanu Banerjee to Kuntal Ghosh, who were party post holders, youth post holders, as soon as their arrests were made, we have thrown them out of the party publicly in a matter of a week. So we don't stand by this nonsense. But
all right, Riju, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on a larger political issue. Let Zafar Islam respond to your charge that these are political vendetta that is being used against opposition parties, and TMC has been saying this for a while, and that this needs to be proved. Now, interestingly, I want to say this for the benefit of our viewers, and they can read this exclusive story on news18.com. The story also mentions how the investigators have seized the list of agents who collected this money and the candidates who paid lakhs as graft. Now, Zafar Islam, fundamentally the question will be, if this is indeed the findings of the ED, we want speedy redressal of such cases. These cases shouldn't just continue for years and years and be used as political fodder.
Well, Swati, you have to understand
Shivani.
The responsibility of ED, Shivani. Responsibility of, apologies, Shivani.
Go ahead.
Responsibility of ED or the agencies to investigate, file charges, and take them to the court. But it is the court which pronounces judgment, not the government, or for that matter, the agencies. Our job is to unearth the corruption which is taking place in West Bengal, and that is something which your story, I think everyone should read the News 18 story, because it is very elaborate. And also says exactly what was the modus operandi of making money through unfair practices. I mean, it is really, really sad to know that Mamata government and the ministers in the Mamata government were actually having a rate card for 4 lakh for peon, 3 lakh for something, 6 lakh for assistant. I mean, this is really absurd. I mean, you are making this kind of corruption that a common man on the street is finding it so difficult to find a job without having to pay.
How do you respond to Riju's charge, though, that these are all investigations?
And he is talking about he is talking about
and on top of that, these tend to be political vendetta cases.
I think that he must I think he must understand that whether it's Maharashtra or Karnataka, or for that matter in Andhra Pradesh, it is the MLAs who were unhappy. They left their party because they felt that the other party was actually doing a great job on the ground, and they wanted to serve the people. That's why they quit.
No, I'm not talking about people moving to your party. I'm saying that the opposition says that ED, CBI are used selectively against them. For example, he raised the Vyapam scam.
Not at all.
Very quickly respond to that, then Riju Dutta can come in.
Not at all. No, not at all. First of all, whether it's ED, whether CBI, for that matter, any other agencies, they use their own discretion. They are independent body. They pursue case based on merit, and they have leads. They have information. They pursue based on the leads and information they have.
Okay.
We do not interfere in their working, but when there is a finding where we know that there is a corruption which has taken place, it is the responsibility of every citizen of this great country to speak about it.
Riju Dutta, very quickly, please respond, and I have a question for you.
Unless you speak about it. As far as the judgment is concerned, judgment will be pronounced by the court. It is not for us to hold anyone guilty or pronounce judgment against anyone.
Okay, I'll just state some facts, Shivani, and you can ask Zafar Saab to elaborate on that. He is saying there is no political vendetta. The central agencies work at their own discretion. The leader of opposition in Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition in Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari. Sorry, can you see me?
Yes, you're back.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
okay. The leader of opposition in Shubhendu Adhikari in Bengal, he is ED, CBI, charge sheet mentioned in the Naroda scam and the Sharoda scam, and he sits on the same stage in Bengal with the Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah. Is that fair? Question number one. In the recently concluded Northeast elections, and a point-by-point questions I'm asking, Amit Shah held a rally where he said, after this election, ED and CBI will arrest Conrad Sangma because he's the most corrupt chief minister we have ever seen. 2 days later, with 2 MLAs, BJP formed the government and Conrad Sangma joined BJP.
Okay.
Hemant Biswa Sarma, Shivani, you know.
No,
that BJP
I've heard all of this
pamphlets.
before, and I'm not discounting the point you're making. We've asked these questions to the BJP before. They will be held accountable for that. But Riju, none of this explains what has gone on in your government. This is not a defense for your corruption that somebody else has charges. 1 second. For the benefit of my viewers, just let me also reiterate that there were optical mark recognition sheets that have been seized, where the racketeers were manipulating the system by altering or changing the answer options of successful candidates and by mixing the group of papers, leading to disqualification of successful candidates. My only question to you, Riju Dutta, is that the taint of corruption is on you. And is it sticking harder on you? Are you being haunted by all of these graft charges right up to the highest echelons of your government?
I will be very clear about this. Every party, whether it is the Trinamool Congress or the BJP, there are people who wants to use the party and the party symbol that I have, that Zafar Saab have, for their own personal gain. I also say it loudly on national television that in the recruitment of teachers, there has been some people who have been post holders in the party who have used the party for their own benefit.
But you were sleeping through this.
No. I'm saying it is not possible. When we came to know about it, when ED unmasked it before the court of law pronounced them guilty,
Riju, I don't think you should have waited for the ED to unmask this, right? If this was going on under your nose, it will lead to questions on the chief minister. As the saying goes, either you were clueless or incompetent. Which one was it?
No, all the money they have collected, Shivani, all the money they have collected, they were distributing in, all the money they have collected through unfair practices, 2,000 note. Say every 80 rate, they find, or income tax rate, they find huge amount of 2,000 rupees note. Because these were collected through unfair practices by the ministers of Mamata Banerjee, and Mamata Banerjee herself is involved because they are close to Mamata Banerjee. They were insisting to, she is the architect and they were following the instruction of Mamata Banerjee. Now Mamata Banerjee, now they know that this 2000 note is, 2000 note, arre bhai chup raho, बीच में नहीं बोलता हूँ मैं. Now 2000 note you are not able to use, so they are distributing in Odisha. Why were you distributing in
that's not related to this.
It is difficult for you to change. नहीं हम तो नहीं आपके मुकुल राय जी के पास नहीं है अभी सीबीआई की हमारे पार्टी में रहने के बावजूद गई
हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा साधु हो गया,
तो
नारायण राणे साधु हो गया, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट संगमा साधु हो गया, योगी आदित्यनाथ के ऊपर 37 केसेस
जो सीबीआई जिसका नहीं सीबीआई काम कर रही है अपना, हम थोड़ी इंटरफेयर करते हैं. लेट सीबीआई डू देयर जॉब.
आपके पार्टी में है तो हम साधु और मौलाना है, ये बात नहीं है ना.
ओके, बट
ऐसा नहीं है.
No, but Riju, I want to come in. Once again, Riju, in all earnestness, you said that there were people who misused your party position, government position. But my fundamental question is, that's why you have a government, so that you can check this. And please don't tell me that you didn't smell this, and you didn't smell a scam and nothing fishy till the ED swooped in. Please, nobody finds that believable.
No, you have to understand, in a large party like this or in any political party, जब तक पकड़ा नहीं जाता, अगर हम पहले से जान लेते हैं ये बात को, तो what is the need of ED, CBI, CID, courts, police station? हम तो भगवान
नहीं, बट आप अगर कोई भी मिनिस्टर या कोई भी आपका अधिकारी ऐसा काम कर रहा होता है तो पार्टी में और गवर्नमेंट में और स्टेट में सबको पता होता है, और गवर्नमेंट का ये दायित्व बनता है कि वो फिर ऐसे लोगों पर एक्ट करे, उन्हें शन आउट करे. अगर आप पुलिस एक्शन भी नहीं कर रहे हो, इन्वेस्टिगेशन एक्शन भी नहीं कर रहे हो, such people should be barred from being in your governments. And the investigation will go separately. But that's not a political escape for the fact that this happened under your nose.
I'm asking you the question. When Trinamool Congress, when the leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, was a part of Trinamool Congress, he and his family had his own family had 2 MPs, 3 MLAs and 4 chairmen in my party. When we wanted to take action against him, he switched over to BJP.
No. Let's not be so convenient about the fact that you were wanting to take action against him. That's why he moved. That was not your version then. In any case, I've run out of time. Let Zafar Islam take 20 seconds. Zafar Islam, the fundamental question you will always face is what happens to those who join your party?
No, I think, see, we are not responsible, if at all, if that is what they have to say. Let me ask them, if they were in their party, you should have thrown them out. Why did you throw them out?
No, why did you take them?
You didn't throw them out because... No, next minute. Just a second. अरे आपको निकाल देना चाहिए था, कहना चाहिए था भाई ये करप्ट है, लेकिन अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है, तो यहाँ भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है,
I'll leave it at that.
एजेंसी चल रही है.
Let's just wait and see what happens, because certainly this is causing a ring of embarrassment around the TMC government, and charges like these are haunting them day after day. Time for a very short break now. On the other side, we'll get you how Gujarat is bracing up for cyclone Biparjoy. It's all set to make landfall. Stay tuned for some ground reports on the preparedness from Gujarat.